Hello.
Well, let's start off with the breaking news.
Yes.
You've changed your background.
I've changed my background.
And
I
what
thought
have
it
you
was
have you physically lowered a painting and rested it on the couch so it looks like there's something behind you? So you've just been watching CNN and you know you need a busy background. Let me just walk you through your process. So you know you need a busy background and you saw the shot and you go, I love the shot, I love the new shot. The problem is what I miss is all the stuff in the background from before when I used to do it. I know I'll take a painting off of the wall and I'll just sort of lay it behind my head for a background.
I like it though. Do you like it?
It's great. More people should hang art like that. Just sort of rest it.
I started to do that quite a lot, but it does actually hang in the dining room. Do you remember this? This was Mum and Dad's, and it was, wait a minute, where was it? It was over the fireplace.
Oh, well, it's a much better home resting on the couch behind your head.
Well, and I've changed the picture frame. I did it black, and then I painted it gold as well.
Well, that's all well and good, but it doesn't take away from the fact that you've just lowered a painting and just dropped it behind your head and just sort of rested it there.
But you can't really see it, can you?
If you're asking me, do I get the point of it? I'll be honest, no.
Am I in the middle of it? I've tried to be in the middle of it.
You are in the middle for sure. Yeah.
Okay, good.
You're in the middle.
Good.
Yeah.
That's good positioning then, isn't it?
Great positioning. How have you been?
I've been very well, thank you. How have you been?
Good. Good.
Yeah.
Everything there going well? No word on your vaccination or anything?
No, nothing at all yet. No, haven't heard anything. I spoke to one of my mum's friends who is 100. She's had hers. So
they're getting the young.
They're getting down to my age bracket.
Right.
Yes.
100 is a crazy age to get back. If I were 100, I'd be like, that doesn't matter.
She does. That's how she feels.
Yeah, but that's what I would feel.
But then I think she feels because she's in a home that she wants to protect everybody else. And, she's very sensible lady. Well, and completely on the ball, but as deaf as a post.
Sure. Now, now the potatoes are over. So are you able to get any produce for free from anywhere or no?
Nothing. No, I've had to be buying it. So I've got a fridge full of potatoes, courgettes, and all sorts.
You're ready to go.
I'm ready.
Well, I thought, we had a chat last week or the week before about how you invent words and that you were vindicated in your invention of words because we looked up some of the words that we thought you invented and it turns out that they were actually words.
Yes.
Which is impressive.
Very.
So I feel like you have a good grasp of language. And I feel like because some of your words sound made up but are real, maybe you're good at differentiating crazy words that are made up from crazy words that are real, sort of Englishy words. So I've prepared a little bit of a game today.
Have you got a test for me?
I've got a little bit of a game for you.
Oh, this is so interesting. I love it.
It's exciting. So I'm going to give you the word, and then I'm going to give you the definition, and then you're going to tell me, is this a real word or a fake word? Now, they're sort of crazy words along the lines of words that I feel like you've used, and they seem to be skewing English, but these are, according to a random website I went on, words. Some I've made up, some are actual words. So you tell me, okay?
Oh, okay, lovely.
Okay.
Far away.
Okay, here we go. The first word is Diffter. Diffter. A Diffter is a jack of all trades but master of none / an indecisive professional.
Is that double F? D-I-double-F?
D-I-double-F-T-E-R.
Diffter. Okay, jack of all trades, master of none. I would think that was a correct word.
You think that's a word? Locking in word?
Yes.
Okay, not a word. Invented. Okay, second one. So you're 0 for 1. But I did like when you asked if there were 2 Fs. Obviously, I'm going to go, yeah, there's 2 Fs in Diffter.
Yeah, of course there's 2 Fs in it.
Yeah, whatever it takes for you to buy this bullshit. Okay, Bumfuzzle. Feeling or being confused, perplexed, or flustered, or to cause confusion. Bumfuzzle.
Bumfuzzle. So could you do the explanation again? Because I had a thing coming in, a message, and I was looking.
Oh, it sounds like you're a bit bumfuzzled.
I am bumfuzzled.
Bumfuzzle is feeling or being confused, perplexed, or flustered, or to cause confusion. Bumfuzzle.
Yeah. Are these from an English dictionary, or?
They are English skewing words, yes.
I think that could be right.
So are you saying yes, it's a word?
Yes.
Locking in as a yes?
Yes.
Bumfuzzle is a word, Pam. Well done.
Oh, good.
Okay.
Good.
1 for 2. All right. Are you enjoying your game so far?
Yes, I am.
Because I know you complain that you feel like we don't do anything. So this is a thing. I know you enjoying yourself.
What I'm finding is so useful. I'm certainly going to remember Bumfuzzle. I think it's a really good word. When I'm looking for vegetables, I shall have to remind myself that I'm bumfuzzled.
Good. That's what we want out of this.
Yes.
Start walking in grocery stores, talking to yourself, and saying to yourself, I'm bumfuzzled. That's perfect. Taradiddle. Taradiddle. This word references someone or something that is filled with pretentious nonsense or something that is a lie. Taradiddle.
Taradiddle. I think that doesn't sound right.
That's, to you, feels like not a word.
No.
Okay. So we're locking in not a word?
Yes.
Taradiddle is a word. It's a word.
It's a word.
1 for 3.
1 for 3. Okay.
All right. Next one. Chush. Chush. Chush, a leader of a group. One's chush is the person who is in charge / your go-to.
CHUSH.
Yep.
Chush.
Chush.
I think that's not a word.
No?
No.
Not a word. Well done, Pammy. So you are, what are you, 2 for 4?
2, yes, I'm half.
50%. Pretty good. Pretty good numbers. Next one. Wabbit. A Scottish term for being exhausted. Quote, I'm pretty wabbit at the moment.
Ooh, I wish Nigel was here.
Well, I think
I could hear Nigel saying wabbit. I could hear a Scottish person saying they're wabbit.
Wabbit. So WABBIT, like Elmer Fudd saying rabbit.
Yes,
wabbit.
but yeah, I think it's a correct word.
You think wabbit is a word? Wabbit is not a word. It's a word. It's a word.
It is a word.
It's a word.
Can I just turn my phone off? Do you mind?
Sure. Whatever the hell you need to do. We don't normally take breaks like this during the game, but thank God somebody's left a slanted painting behind her head, so we have something to occupy the screen in your stead.
It's an original oil, that you know.
Great, and I'm sure the artist would be very happy to know that it was just sort of dangling behind a love seat in Stowbridge.
It'll be back on the wall.
Placed there.
It'll be back on the wall after this.
I would imagine that it would be. And just to put a finer point on it, it's completely hidden behind you. So all we see is just a bit of the outline of the frame. It's a decision you made to put this behind you. And I would honestly, what I would do with this situation, also put it behind you. Let's put it behind us. It's happened. You decided to take a painting off the wall, place it behind your head. We can only see a millimeter of the frame. But you did that, and you go ahead.
But I mean, it's bumfuzzling.
It is to me. It is to me. I'm bumfuzzled. All right, and I'll tell you what, it's getting a little wabbity. Okay, next word is Toffgopper. Toffgopper, an old ale that was like uncarbonated beer and nearly twice as high in alcohol.
Toffgopper.
Double F. Once again, your double F and a double P. In case you're curious. Toffgopper.
Toffgopper, and it's an ale.
An old, basically a very alcoholic uncarbonated beer.
I think that could be. Yes, I think in the 1200s they would drink toff.
You'd go with your mates down to the pub, have a round of Toffgoppers, and
I like a lot.
Once you got 2 wabbit, you'd go home, and if you got lost, you'd be bumfuzzled, but you'd figure it out.
Yeah, I'd like a pint of Toffgopper, please.
So you're locking in as a word?
Yes.
3 for 5 above your 50-50 ratio. Locked in. Toffgopper, an old ale, is not a word. You're back to 50%. Not a word. Invented. Sadly.
Very
The double F seems to really be a pitfall for you. If something has a double F, it seems to sell you as a word.
Have you got any more with double Fs?
I'm about to add some. I'm going to add a couple.
Right. Okay.
Okay, here's our next one. Okay. Now you just need one more to win your prize.
Okay, right. What's the prize, by the way?
You get the painting back on the wall.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Snollygoster. Snollygoster. This refers to a politician who does or says things for their own personal advancement instead of following their own principles. By the way, I can't imagine having a snollygoster.
A snollygoster.
So a snollygoster is basically a selfish politician, which to me sounds redundant.
It sounds a bit like Boris, doesn't it?
It sounds a bit like most leaders of countries.
I think that could have been a word in the old days.
So we're locking in as a word. Now remember, this is to preserve your 50%.
I know.
This is a big one.
I'm so tense.
Well, Mum, I'll tell you something. You may as well be camping because this is that intense. Snollygoster is a word. Yes, Mother.
It is a word.
That is a word. Yes.
I've got to remember that for Boris. He's a snollygoster.
He's a snollygoster.
Doesn't that suit him and his hair?
For a man who looks like he constantly just woke up in his car, it fits him.
He's a snollygoster.
One left, Mum. So let me tell you what's at stake here. This is to preserve you pretty much preserved your 50% at this point. Right. You're gonna finish. This will take you above 50%. Now remember, the prize is that your painting goes back on the wall. Okay. Last one.
Yes.
Bibble. One of those people who drink and or eat noisily. What they are doing is referred to as Bibble. He's having a bibble.
Well, do you know something? It's very funny. I have a guy that comes to do the garden, only the heavy stuff, and he put some stones down at the front and he called it Bibble. So I think there's a word. I think there's a word, Bibble, then.
Bibble is a word. Now remember, the way he's using it sounds totally different to the one I'm talking about. Are you still going to lock in as that it's a word?
Is that a clue? Is that a clue?
It's not.
To me?
It's just me saying to you. The truth is that if he says it, it's a word, so you'd win anyway. I'm just saying there's discrepancy between the definition I have, because I don't think the stones he's putting in your garden are eating and drinking noisily.
No, I wouldn't have thought so. But then
he's using it.
I'm going to say it's a word, just because
it's a word.
I'm sticking with it. It's a word because he
with
calls
the fact that it's a word. Are you locked in?
I'm locked in.
Mom, I have interesting news. The gardener's obviously using the word different, but he's still using it, and Bibble is a word.
Is a word?
Is a word.
So what was your explanation?
Of Bibble, it's someone who eats noisily or drinks, drinking and eating noisily and loudly.
Oh, I wonder if it's a description of himself. It's like a Freudian slip that he's putting. He's
talking to the fact that he's talking to the stones is a red flag, and the fact that he's calling them, that he's suggesting he has a Bibble with them might be a problem too.
Yes, but that is really funny. And then today, I stopped one of these people I know along the canal, and he was telling me that he gets really cross with this Scottish man because he's lived in England for 60 years, and he talks about wait a minute, what was it? Food being kibble.
Okay, so a man who you see walking down the canal and you talk to is irritated with a Scotsman who's lived in England for 60 years and refers to food as kibble.
Yes,
Kibble here would mean dog food.
Yeah, well, I thought that. I had a feeling.
Have you ever had a Bibble kibble? That's where you eat dog food really loudly.
I think so, but now I've got to think whatever he said, he got really cross with him because he felt that he'd lived in England for years and years, and kibble was a silly.
How about just worry about other shit? How about just
No, we all pick on this Scotsman because he lies about everything.
It feels like you're picking on your arm as much as you are the Scotsman.
Oh, sorry.
Let's not open any scabs online.
No, I won't.
Thank you. Let's just keep
Wouldn't be
those.
very nice.
Yes, let's keep those qualified for now. So okay. Well, we've got the pictures, and there's something you want to say.
Well, I thought you were going to censor my pictures, but I did go along the theme that you wanted of shoes.
Well, so we discovered recently, and it shouldn't be a surprise to you, but it will seem to be, that I only had one pair of shoes for so long. Like, we were going through these pictures, and it was like the shoes were like Forrest Gump. Like, they were in every picture throughout the history of my existence. And so, do you remember buying this pair of shoes?
I do. And I remember really liking them. I thought they were lovely.
Liking them too much. Now, do you remember,
yes.
Was it a calculated decision to only have me in one pair of shoes? Or you just think that's how it worked?
No, I'm beginning to think, did I get them twice? Because
Come on. Let's back down let's remember who we're talking to right now. Okay. You bought a child 2 pairs of the same shoes. Bullshit. You probably were binding my feet.
Possibly they got very tight. Shall I show you a picture of them?
Yes, let's start with a picture of them, and we'll.
Okay, right.
Now, what do you want to show? Maybe the earliest one you have of them?
Yes, actually, it is really rather interesting.
I have a couple too.
Okay.
Okay, so there I am. That's me in a sandbox with Nick, my brother.
Yeah.
And you can see there the black and white shoes.
The leather, and they were lovely leather. They were lovely
I'm sure.
leather.
Oh
shoes.
yeah, they've got to be to last 30 years.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't have bought anything rubbish, would I?
Here I am again in the garden. Nice. You can see I've been doing a lot of leg work. Leg day is important to me at this age. I was doing a lot of leg stuff.
Yes, I can see.
But you can see there the shoes.
Yes,
Same
there
pair
are the
of leather
shoes.
Now,
yes.
Hold up yours again.
Yes, I can see what you're looking at.
Now, see, I'm significantly older in that second picture.
Definitely.
I would say.
Wait a minute. Well, let's go. Let's look again because he is. I'm sorry, I've been painting. My nails are.
What have you been painting?
Well, I decided to paste a little chest of drawers. And so that's what it is. It's that.
Sure. Okay, here I am in my Baywatch shorts, my red hat, and my action pose with Sloopy behind me. And again, I would say I'm older than the last picture at this point.
That's what's rather mysterious, isn't it?
So I would say that. And then, well, here we go. Here's another one. Here's Nick teaching me how to. This is when I got my first Harley with my brother. But as you can see again, same shoes.
Same shoes, yes.
So I'm saying here I'm probably, by the way, look at this Prince Valiant hair. Just sort of hanging over. So I would say that first one, I'm very young. The second ones, I'd say, so I'm saying these shoes probably are covering about 4 to 5 years at this point. Do you agree with that?
It does look like, well, maybe not 4 to 5, but maybe 2 to 3, do you think?
I think closer to 4.
Do you?
Yeah. Okay. So do you have any more?
Well, then I've got some with you with no shoes, which I thought might be rather. So probably.
So this is probably when they actually sort of incredible pulsed off my feet.
Yes.
And one day my feet just popped through both shoes.
And well, I probably had to let them air for a while and grow, and then I had to force your feet back in.
Sure. That's a tough one to see, but you can see I am lounging around. And that's my grandfather in a tracksuit, so it's genetic.
Yes, yeah. And then here's another one. Look, with your grandfather again.
And this time it looks like I'm in the tracksuit. So how? Jesus Christ! I mean, I look like Ghost Baby.
But look, I think. Have you seen this one? Look at this one.
Now, okay, that to me is the most normal I've looked as a baby that I've seen. That looks like
Yes.
a baby.
Yes, probably.
Looks like a bit of a chunky baby, but a baby.
But very sweet. And
Yes,
then
but every other one, it looks like I'm an alien who has like no white in my eyes.
But then you wanted me to put this one up too. You wanted me to save that for tonight.
Oh God, I don't remember wanting you to save that one, but okay. Yeah, that's when
Your door just opened. Your
don't
door
worry,
just
it's probably Jose, Mom. Don't worry.
is he
He
coming
comes
to
and goes as he pleases. Yeah.
is he checking?
Yeah, he loves to interrupt the shoot. Yeah, that's an interesting one.
Yes.
Yeah, for sure. Okay.
And that's Fiona. That's your cousin.
That
Fiona.
is my cousin indeed, yeah.
Mm.
Nigel, daughter of Nigel.
Daughter of Nigel with a Scottish name.
Yes.
And then you wanted that one because you thought this is when you're grown up.
No, I don't want you to show that one. Put it down.
Oh, okay.
I never asked you to show that one.
Didn't you?
No, I would never ask you to show that one.
Oh, sorry. Okay.
We don't need to go through old girlfriend pics of mine.
No, all right.
What part of you thinks that I want to go showing that around? That was one when we looked at our family pictures, and I said I don't want to see that one. So you.
Oh, I thought you said I want to see that one.
I would never say something like that.
No,
so
I realized
pictures of you and your ex.
I'll
put them around here. Well, you know what I found? I found this, my little birth card.
Oh, look!
I'm a boy.
Wait, were you £7.13? Does it say?
7. It says 7.3 and a half.
7.3. I thought you were bigger than that.
Yeah. No.
You were early. You were very early.
So if I had stuck around longer, I would have been.
I think that the gynecologist said if you just stayed inside the womb for a bit longer, you probably would have been, if you'd gone the full term, 10 pounds or more.
Yeah, I could have been a competitive food eating champion, but you took that away from me. What is it like to carry? Was Nick was a smaller child when he was born? He looks like very tiny.
Yeah, Nick was tiny.
Was it hard to carry me around? What is that like?
It didn't make any difference. It was uncomfortable.
What is it like in general to is it just the craziest sensation when you're like, holy shit, there's a thing? Like the idea that I lived in you. Do you know what I mean? That's pretty fucking nuts.
Well, I look at you now and think it seems incredible.
It would be a lot weirder now if I was like, Mom, keep it down. I'm watching my show.
I think I'm ready to come out now.
I'm done. Or I just go to the pub. I'll be back at 11.
I don't know. I mean, yes. I mean, it's a funny sensation, but I mean, towards the end, all you want is it over with. You want the baby.
Yes, but especially if you've got a bigger boy sitting in your belly. Were there any crazy things that did you have any crazy cravings? Were there any crazy things that happened?
No, I don't think so. No, I think it was just a normal pregnancy, but both of you, I carried a lot of water, so I was very big.
We like to be hydrated. Nick and I both love to be hydrated.
Yeah, that's
why. We love that from womb to now.
That's why you both drink a lot of water. That's it. Yes, yeah.
I'm always in the tub.
Cheers. Look, you bought me this.
I did indeed.
Is it Nalgene? Is that what it's called?
I think it's Nalgene, but they're a sponsor now officially. You've put them.
Oh, are they? Of you?
Of you now. Of you now. Not of the
dog. Me now. Yes, yeah, but I love it. You bought it me ages ago, and I freshen it up, and I use a bottle brush on it and a little dribble of bleach.
So have I told you this story? So I adopted that way you clean the bottle because I've come and visited you before, and I bring a water bottle as well, and in England you can just drink from the tap. So you'll clean my water bottle for me, and you'll do that. You'll put a bit of bleach in it, you'll let it sit, then you'll rinse it out, then you'll clean it with the brush, then you'll soap and water, all that shit. So I do that when I clean my water bottles. And there was a time, probably, I think it might have been right before quarantine, where I had done that. I had a few of them cleaned, and I had a few of them sitting in the bleach water. They had the bleach water in them, and they were, I forget where I put them, but they were like in my kitchen or something. And I woke up and I went and I thought it was the one I was drinking. So I unscrewed the top, and I took a big bloop, 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 and then I was like, oh my God, it's bleach. And I had to put it down and I had to, get it up. But then there's another time where I was in England. I guess I have like a track record of this. We were at the Foley Arms, and it was a bunch of us, probably like, friends of Russ's and whatever, a bunch of us. And we're all out there, and they closed half of the pub down. And so the bar was open on the one side, and on the side we were on, the bar was shut down, but you could still hang out. And so I thought, oh, well, there's no bartender. I'll take a free beer. So I reached over, sort of got the tap going, poured like a free pint of Carlsberg or something. Had probably half of the pint, was going like, oh, Jesus Christ. And I just said to one of them, like, can you just taste this? And one of them took a sip, like, oh, fuck. He goes, mate, that's cleaning solution. They're cleaning the taps. And I was like, oh, God. Oh, my God. And I'd been drinking like cleaning solution.
Oh, how
my
horrible.
Free beer. Yeah.
Oh, well, what about that time when I think you'd been to camp, and I don't know why it was, but I took a bottle from the cupboard. I was going down to Chicago to a show, and I took a bottle from the cupboard and left really early in the morning, and I started to drink from it. I don't know why I took it, this particular bottle. Anyway, I started to drink from it.
I know where this is going.
And I thought, that's weird. And then I realized you'd put vodka in it. It had vodka in it.
Yeah, but there was some rationale.
There was something. What was it?
Well, we always had this cat and mouse game with your liquor cabinet. And I would be taking liquor from your liquor cabinet and finding out ways to hide the fact that I'd taken liquor. And so I think what I'd done is I would water the vodka. So I'd like drink your vodka, and then I would put water in it. So I'd water down your vodka. And then, so I think maybe what happened was I'd taken some of your vodka, put it in another bottle, and left your vodka, but the bottle was mine. I don't know, you probably just took it from the fridge because it looked like water, and you would never put vodka in the fridge because you like to keep it in a cabinet, nice room temperature. But so I think you just took it with you and had a sip or something, and there was vodka in it. But then I also did the thing when I would go on some trips where I would put vodka in Scope bottles and then just add food dye to it. So I would have a big bottle of Scope, and it would actually be, But the part I never did properly was I never scrubbed the bottle of Scope properly. I could have used your bleach tactic. So whatever vodka I brought in the green, it did have a Scopey aroma to the vodka. So it was a bit like, a wintergreen vodka.
Yeah, anyway, all I know was that I had a few swigs of this, and it was like 7 o'clock in the morning, and I was driving down to Chicago.
You're welcome.
Good job. Police didn't pull me over.
You're welcome.
You little monkey.
Hey, well, what are you going to do? Did you, I mean, you must have, that high school era was probably pretty crazy for you. Correct?
Yes.
That seemed to be where things got a little bananas.
Yes, you were hard work.
I became very independent.
I remember coming back from a business trip, and I think Nick was in charge of you, and I came back, and there were all these boys wandering around the house, and I got my suitcase, and I'd opened my suitcase, and this one boy walked through, and he said, "Who are you? What are you doing here?" And I said, "I own the house and pay the bills."
Oh gosh. Well, yeah.
And then I remember I'd come down in the morning because I get up really early, as you know, and I'd come down in the morning, and the party would still be going on in the basement, and it was usually Ryan would come.
There were
up.
A few stragglers who would, but you and I would cross over from time to time.
From time to time,
I'd be up all night still from partying, and you'd be coming down, and I'd be like, I want to go to bed.
But Ryan would come, and he'd come up from the basement, and I'd be making my tea, and he'd come up, and he'd be really drunk,
and he'd be like, Pam, let's have a tea together.
Yeah, he did, rabbiting on, and I think, oh, I just want my tea in peace, please. I don't want to talk to a drunk boy.
That was a good time. Well, lovely painting. I hope you enjoyed the game today.
I did enjoy the game. I'm glad you had a theme. It was a very good idea. We'll do that again, shall we?
No, because it's work for me and I don't care to do it.
Oh, okay.
Is there
Right.
anything you'd like to promote? Any tour dates? Anywhere you'll be appearing soon?
No. What about
The
you?
Canal. We have
No,
a live dollop on January 21st. January 20th, we'll be doing Election Day coverage on my YouTube channel.
Oh, that's exciting, isn't it?
Exciting. I think I might have another new stand-up show coming up, virtual one.
Do you? Yeah. Are you working on it?
I'm trying to see if I have enough material to do it.
Get some. It must be hard at the moment because there's no life experiences, are there?
It's hard because of that, and then it's also hard because you can't go workshop stuff. So you can't go. If I were to take out a new bit and go for a weekend and work on it, by the end of the weekend, I go, okay, there's something here or there's not something here. But you can't really do that now. You can only kind of do it once or twice because any people from anywhere can watch it. So you don't want to repeat material. So it makes it a little more difficult. But a lot of my stuff now is just very boring stuff, just like, what it's like to be on hold, things that are unexciting observations. So.
Yes, I mean that is terrible, isn't it? And then the COVID excuse everywhere.
The COVID, what does that mean?
Well, when you phone a call center, they tell you that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, what they do is they say it's not even that anymore. They just keep saying we're expecting a higher than regular call volume.
Volume, yes.
And you just go, I've called here for 5 years. This is the same. This is your fucking call volume now. Yes.
Well, I have a phone company here, Talk, and I got cut off for weeks, and they kept telling me I would get compensation, and I phoned to try to get it, and after weeks and weeks of just almost going mad, and then when I phoned this number that they'd given me, they told me that you couldn't use this number; it had been disconnected. So,
do you remember how much I used to love the videotape presidential bloopers? I don't know if you remember that or not. I used to love this. There was this Time Life video called Presidential Bloopers, and my friend Brett and I we would watch it. We'd watch it over and over and over and over again. It was so goddamn funny. And when I got to college, I ordered presidential bloopers from Time Life. I saw it advertised, like, oh, God. And it's one of those ones where you're so excited to order it. You go, oh, God, but you're not listening to the fact that they go, and each month you'll receive a new video from Time Life Connection. And I'm going, oh, whatever, I got presidential bloopers. So I get presidential bloopers. I'm like, presidential bloopers, president. Then the next month it's news bloopers. And I go, news, what the fuck? Oh, I don't want this. So I can't find a number. I'm calling the 800 number when I order it. They go, no, you got to call a different number, cancellation number. I can't get through on the cancellation. Next month, wedding bloopers shows up, and I'm calling Time. I'm going, hey, I don't need any more fucking bloopers from you people. I'm good. I just wanted the presidential ones. They keep getting, and then it just, the blooper bar kept getting lowered and lowered to where they'd just be like, animal bloopers. And then they'd just be like, bloopers with Ted. And you'd be like, who's Ted? What the hell's going on? Be like, bloopers while making bloopers.
And did you manage to get a hold of them and cancel?
Ages, months. I had 7 of these videos that I was just like, they're garbage.
Yeah.
So presentation bloopers in college when I had no money probably cost me like $140.
Oh God, that's terrible. Well, Nigel has this thing. I don't think he'd mind, but they received 2 new mobile phones in error, and this has been months now. I mean, poor Nigel has had sleepless nights over it. And anyway, eventually they've put them now into the hands of collection because they haven't paid for these phones. And they talked to one department who says, oh, don't worry, it's all sorted. You won't hear anything else. And then in the meantime, they've gone in,
There's always a lag where there's the person who's like, you won't have to do this again.
Yeah.
Before the company comes up.
Yeah.
Anyway.
And this has gone months. Anyway, righty-ho. Well, it's lovely to talk to you.
You as well. Love you, Mummy. All my love.
I love you too, and I can't wait to get my picture back in the right place.
What a crazy, wild decision you've made today. You just have really rocked the foundation of PAMdemic history.
I've excelled myself, haven't I?
You've outdone yourself somehow.
Yeah. Yes.
All right,
okay.
Mummy.
All right, love. Bye-bye.
Bye.